Rush Duel is a fast-paced spin-off game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where you can summon as many monsters as you want and draw up to 5 cards each turn. In this series, me and the TheDrAlex progress through each Rush Duel product release and build decks with whatever cards were available at that time. We have been drafting characters from the Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's anime and have exclusive access to those characters' boss monsters, and will continue to draft characters from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush series. Join us as we continue to battle it out in this series, Rush Duel Character Draft. Phoenix of the Roaring Flame was released August 11th, 2023, and introduces 2 new archetypes: Secret Investigators, a series of light reptile monsters that can gain incremental advantages, and Gaia, a series of monsters that can perform fusion summoning without a fusion card. This set also provides support for existing archetypes such as Jointech, which received several new boss monsters, including 2 fusions and a maximum. Pyro received a maximum monster of its own in Blazebolt Chemistorm Fenghuang Vocalized Phoenix, which can destroy monsters and back row. Sea Serpents received a new boss monster in Abyss Slayer Levianite, who gets stronger for every maximum piece in the graveyard. A handful of other types received a single card of support, including Worms and Dinosaurs for me, and Light Galaxy, Zombie, Dark Galaxy, and Insects for Alex. Finally, this set also introduces some good generic cards, such as Legend Strike, a spell that can revive a level 4 monster and sometimes pop a back row, XQT Riding, a trap that can revive a monster and weaken 2 of your opponent's monsters, and a new legend card, Negate Attack. So this is the deck we're bringing to today's game. This is Secret Investigators, or I suppose light reptiles, but we've put it in more of a cohesive reptile package. So the main boss monster of the archetype is Elite Secret Investigator Mystery. We're only on 1 copy of this card because its effect does have quite a steep requirement, as well as its attack being quite low at only 2300. But we can shuffle 2 other face-up reptile monsters from your field and 1 card from your hand into the owner's deck. This card gains 300 attack to the end of the turn, then you can special summon up to 2 level 7 or higher reptile type monsters from your hand and or graveyard face up to your field. So pretty good for swarming the board. The problem is it only goes up to 2600 attack, which is good, but it's not great. And you can only summon 2 level 7 or higher reptiles from your hand and graveyard, which means you already have to have that set up. And you have to send 3 other cards away, 2 reptiles from field and 1 card from hand, which makes this, although it can be quite a good card to see later in the game, it's not something I want to run more than 1 of because I feel like we're just going to brick on this card a lot. If we go over to our actual good boss monsters, we have Snake Princess of Purity, which lets us send the top card of the deck to the graveyard. 1 face-up monster on your opponent's field loses attack equal to the number of face-up light attribute monsters, not necessarily reptiles, times 600 to the end of the turn. Then if you have 3 face-up monsters on your field, you can draw a card. So again, gain advantage, weaken a monster, very, very strong card, and 2500 attack to boot. This card is fantastic. It's actually a little bit weird. This card isn't a Secret Investigator. It's just Snake Princess of Purity. Then the other boss monster running in the deck is Ecdysis Caligleon. This is the big boogeyman from the old school reptile deck and basically just gains 100 attack for each card in your graveyard, which is really good. This thing can easily hit 3000 attack or higher. For our legend, we're on Alien Shock Trooper. Now this might seem like a bit of a weird one. Because this is a level 4 or lower normal legend monster, there's a lot of things we can do with it, such as Legend Magician, which can add a legend normal monster from our graveyard to our hand, and since it is a level 4 or lower, we can instantly grab it back, summon it out and tribute it off if we want to, which does give us a lot of versatility. We also have Legend Strike, which can bring back a legend normal monster, and again, Alien Shock Trooper, legend normal monster. So again, there's a lot we can actually do with this card, which is why it does find its home in this deck. So to get at our opponent's life points, we're on Clawleon, which can give piercing, and we are on one of our new Secret Investigator monsters, Mislead. So if you have a face-up reptile monster on your field, you pay 300 life points, change 1 face-down defense position monster on either side of the field to face-up attack position, but then this monster loses 1300. So we usually want to do this and then tribute this monster off, because having 0 attack doesn't do much for us. The other Secret Investigators, we have Mistake. This is a fantastic in-archetype support card. During the main phase, this card was normal or special summoned. Excavate the top 3 cards of your deck. You can add an excavated level 3 or higher reptile type monster to your hand, then place the remaining cards back on the top of your deck in any order. So being able to rearrange the top of your deck can be really helpful. And then if we don't like the cards that are coming up, we can use something like Legend Magician to change the order of the top by shuffling our deck after sending some cards to the graveyard. Next up, we have Mismatch. So if your opponent has a face-up level 7 or higher monster on their field, send 1 level 3 or lower reptile type monster from your hand to the graveyard. Special summon a level 7 reptile type monster from your graveyard to your field field in face-up attack position, which is pretty good. This can bring back our Mystery, and this can bring back Purity, which are definitely worth bringing back. We're on 1 copy of Chameleon, which is in here just to mill cards, and then we are on Secret Investigator Miss Cat, which you have no other monsters on your field. You can pay 300 life points, send the top 3 cards of your deck to the graveyard. Then if a reptile type monster was among the cards sent, you can add a light reptile from your graveyard to your hand, which is pretty good. That means we could get back something like a Mistake and then use Mistake's effect, which could then dig us into something else. We could use it to get back our boss monsters. There's a lot we can do with this card, so it's very, very good. Next up, 2 Spy Observation. Again, back row hate. Legend Strike. Again, we can use a Spring at level 4s. Also, it's back row hate. We have the Pot of Arrogance in here, just because our monsters are level 8s and 7s. We could have gone for a more level 7 centric build, but I do really like Ecdysis Caliglion. I think it's oftentimes a really difficult boss monster for people out. We're a Monster Reborn because, again, our deck is doing a lot of milling, and I think being able to just plus, and this deck plays very much like a mid-range deck, so what we want to do is basically just keep a big board of monsters, ideally, which is why we're going to use Monster Reborn to do that. And we have Nobody's Cat Thief, which is just fantastic. We have the new in-archetype trap card, Secret File 33. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, shuffle 3 level 3 or higher reptile monsters from your graveyard into the deck. The attacking monster loses 3,000 attack. 3,000 is huge. Then we're on Radiant Mirror Force because we just want more traps in this deck, and this one is pretty much a blowout. And then Mirror Force, we are not on Magic Cylinder. We're going to retire that card for a little bit. Mirror Force is still a fantastic battle trap. We'll have to see if Alex can play around it. For the side deck, we have a bunch of going second cards and some anti-maximum stuff, and that's kind of it. We're not really expecting too much out of this, and we probably won't be dipping into our side too much. But this is the deck. We're feeling reasonably confident. The Reptile deck seems strong, and it seems consistent, so as long as we can play the deck well, as long as I'm not the problem, we should be okay. So let's fire on in and see what Alex has got for us. Last week, we had quite the interesting matchup. We had Gaia the Fierce Knight versus Okiabyss Levianite Turbo, which was an interesting one. Obviously, we didn't get to see a ton of actual Okiabyss, but we did get to see a ton of Levianite doing Levianite things, reaching heights of 5,000 attack, which is pretty bonkers even for Rush.
Yeah, and possibly cooler than Okiabyss.
Yeah, Okiabyss is a weird one. So I often play against just whoever is available on EDOPro. And often I'll run into players who just play Okiabyss. And I get the appeal because it's kind of like a Towers style guy, right? If you set everything up, you have this dude that can't be destroyed by anything and can get really big attack, I guess. And then like you combine that with like Beast Brave Brandish or whatever, and then it can get piercing, which kind of lets it be able to win. But it's extremely popular, which is something I think is a bit strange. Like I would have thought out of all 3 of the big maximums, Kraken and Poseidon would have been the really like, these are the ones that people are going to latch onto and really enjoy. But apparently no, it's Okiabyss. Yeah, we also last week we got to see Gaia, and Gaia is obviously nostalgia bait. It's a good DM card. It's Yugi's cards, even though they were in Yugi's grandpa's deck that Yugi used. So I personally consider them more grandpa cards, but you know,
yeah,
that's kind of neither here nor there. As for this week, we both still have a lot of new stuff to bring, so it's a bit harder to predict what you're going to be on, I think. You know, I still have one whole archetype and then a couple of individual cards to go, whereas you've got like just a ton of one-off cards, right? I think Galaxy, both light and dark, Zombies, even though that card's could be in Zombie, could not be in Zombie. Wind Psychic, I think you got another card for Warriors and Insects, so you could be on anything. I'm not going to bother trying to predict what you're on. Shall we just fire on in and see what we're both on?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go. Wow.
Okay, so, give me a second.
Okay. Let's see what we draw. This is a hand. We will start. It doesn't make much difference. It kinda does. Potentially. Right. Don't really want to just throw that out. So I'm going to normal summon Legend Magician. That I used to see in this card. That is particularly good in this deck though. Go 1, 2, 3. Well, you've seen a couple of the cards in this deck. We will throw Mislead into the graveyard. This is indeed the Secret Investigators. Then we're going to summon Mistake. So during the main phase, this card was normal or special summoned. I can excavate the top 3 cards of my deck, and you can add an excavated level 3 or higher reptile type monster to my hand. Place the remaining cards on top of the deck in any order. So you will know what's coming. So 1, 2, 3. Yes, I guess I will take the Mistake. So I get to put these in any order. And then I'm going to summon another one. We're going to go one more time and see if we can't get something better. Ugh, looks like no. I am not going to add a card. And then I'm going to pass the turn. I did not find a big monster.
Okay. Ta-da!
Okay, we're back on the TheDrAlexes.
I was hoping you were going to be on the light reptiles because I wanted to win this week.
I mean, I'm not sure. Like, I mean, getting an extra 600 attack on one of your guys is nice. I'm not sure it's like a hard counter.
Yeah, true.
Although this is a lot of damage. Unfortunately, we did not get any back row or big monsters, so our opening was actually a little bit terrible.
Big monsters.
Okay, what do we want to do here? We will throw this into defense mode. It's not doing anything for us right now. Then we will set and set. And we'll set a couple of back rows and pass the turn.
Re-attack position monsters on their field. Okay.
It's the profit. Okay.
It's a fusion.
Good old Apocalypse. I'm going to use the effect.
Activate effect.
What are we punching? Do we have
Then
brick in it?
activated. Activate this effect during your main phase. These add 1 dark hole. So if I send a dark hole,
Yep, you can get that call back.
get dark hole back.
Okay.
We will set this. We'll summon another Pale Rider.
Okay.
Wing.
We will activate Secret File 33, which will let me put some cards back into my deck and in exchange lower your attack by 3,000.
Ooh. A lot.
It is.
That's a really good trap.
We will go ahead and activate Pot of Arrogance, letting us draw 2 cards from our deck. We're going to set. We are a little bit low on the old life points is the issue we're currently running into, so I think we're going to just set 3 and then pass.
Activate Apocalypse, and you activate Dark Hole Device.
Yeah.
Grab the Requiem.
Okay.
Oh. These guys. Using Bobio. Set. Go to battle. Wing.
Well, we will lower your attack again.
Uh-huh.
We will get rid of these 3 back into the deck.
And swing.
And
Another
then
one.
we will Mirror Force you.
Ooh.
I mean, you have a very good out to Mirror Force in Apocalypse.
Yep.
Okay, we will activate Arrogance again. Then, normal summon out Miscat. So if I have, or Miscast even, sorry. If you have no other monsters in your field, I pay 300 life points, send the top 3 cards of my deck to the graveyard. Then if a reptile type monster is among the cards sent, I can add a light attribute reptile monster from my graveyard to my hand. We'll go ahead and use that. Do I want a light reptile monster to my hand is the next question. Yes, and we will be adding back Mislead. Then we can normal summon Mantis Leon. Pay 300 and mill 3. Oh, that would have been nicer to do before, but I don't really get a choice. Then I will tribute 2. Or Ecdysis Caliglion.
Ooh!
We'll set.
Haven't seen this boy in a while.
Set. Yeah. Hopefully he's gonna do something. We'll go to battle phase, and we will use it to attempt to attack Apocalypse. Oh, is it scat?
Unfortunately,
It's not scat.
I have Nebula.
Okay, well, I mean that's fine as long as you don't wipe the board again. So I will pass.
Yeah. Right, we got Gunman.
Okay.
Reveal Requiem. Let's have the guy become light.
Mm-hmm.
Then we normal summon Requiem.
Okay.
Normal summon Glob. A full. One of the G-Stocks and the Gunmans, I guess. Repeat using Globule.
Oh dear.
Activate Fusion.
Okay.
Can't use his effect. Oh, whoops, no his.
Okay, this.
I forgot I needed the extra card in hand.
Yeah, they both discard cards, ironically. Okay, can I do anything though? Oh, this, mate, if you could see my hand right now. What do I? Doozy woozy. So I'm gonna activate Legend Strike. We'll bring back Clawleon. We will then activate Monster Reborn.
Ooh.
And we will bring back... as weird as it is, I think I just need to get cards out of my hand right now. So... I think we're just going to bring back Mantis Leon. Activate its effect and mill. Then we're going to tribute to summon out a second Ecdysis Caliglion. Then we can set, go to battle, and attack. And then we'll pass.
That's this.
Okay.
Dark Profit.
2,
3. Grab the Fusion. Can't currently get over 41.
Yeah, it's a hard number to hit.
Yeah.
I know you are one card away though from being able to out this board, and that scares me.
Oh wait, no, yeah, you're right. I can just.
Yeah, there we go.
That
outs
do
the
I get
board.
out this? Do I get out the Chrysaor Fusion? We'll send you. Add a dark hole. Activate said dark hole.
Unfortunately, this doesn't stop level 9 monsters from dealing damage, but I can at least get rid of some of the crap from my hand. No reason to keep this, I guess.
Set you so we get full 5 cards. And swing.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, unfortunately I didn't see any high level monsters early, which meant you were just able to keep wiping the board and hitting me with Void Velger Apocalypse. And then by the time I did get big monsters, I was on so little life points that you were just able to wipe the board again. It turns out, Dark Hole Spam is pretty good.
Yeah. And I have extra copies of it now.
Let's fire into game 2 and hope that I get a little bit luckier and you get a little bit unluckier. Right, we will go first. Alright, we have cards. We will summon Miscast. We'll use Miscast's effect to mill some cards. Then we'll see if we want anything in our hand. We have that and that, so 1, 2, 3. We are definitely going to want one of these, so we will take, I guess, Mislead. Welcome to the team. Next up, we will summon Legend Magician. We'll go ahead and fire off that effect. 1, 2, 3. And I guess I will send my Legend monster. Alien Shock Trooper.
Nice.
So now I can add Alien Shock Trooper back to my hand. So we will do that. Next up, we will summon out our Mislead. Followed by Tributing 2 to summon out Snake Princess of Purity. Then we're going to summon out another Mislead. We're then going to Tribute 2 to summon out our Elite Secret Investigator Mystery, whose effect is not going to be too relevant. It's pretty good as like a late game card, not very good early. And then we're going to summon out our 1900 Shock Trooper and then pass.
Okay.
Again, a little bit unfortunate we didn't see any back row, but not terrible.
Cantavracos. Watch his stop. Activate him. Oh, there's the back hole.
I don't know if
Nice
I
and
like
ready.
it in the graveyard or not.
It's ready in the graveyard for me.
Requiem.
Power Rider. I'll clear as much as I can, so I'll give Power Rider Turfing.
Okay. My poor Alien Shock Trooper.
Now which of these?
So Purity can weaken your monster, and Mystery, depending on what I have, lets me bring guys back. So if I draw into at least 2 summonable reptiles, I could bring back Princess of Purity. So I guess it's, do you want to take the gamble that I'll draw 2 reptiles or not?
Yeah. Because in either situation he's getting weakened by 800? 1800?
It depends on
I
who you've
guess.
got, but...
Oh.
Alright, well there goes Mystery. So we will start by normal summoning Secret Investigator Mistake. We'll activate the effect. 1, 2, 3. Do I want Reptile Boy to my hand? So I might as well add Caliglion to hand. Then we will normal summon another Mistake. We'll use its effect. 1, 2, 3. Do I want that in my hand? Is the next question. Doesn't make too much of a difference. It's coming to my hand one way or another. So I might as well do it now. Bam bam. Then I will go ahead and activate Snake Princess of Purity. And go ahead and weaken this. And draw a card. Then we're going to go ahead and activate Pot of Arrogance. Draw 2 cards. Then we will set and set. Are we summoning this, I suppose, is the next question. We are... Yes, we'll summon this. We'll tribute 2. And summon out Snake Princess of Purity again. And then this is number of light. So I will summon out Legend Magician. Go ahead and use its effect. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, go on, we'll send that. We do not need a Legend or monster in my hand right now. But we can use this effect and weaken this. We'll get battle. Attack over your monsters. And get in for 11.
Oof.
That's all we have. Dark Hole Machine.
No wish.
I don't have any on, because you could be on 3 and the Dark Hole, and that's just a 10th of your deck is wipe my board card.
Yeah. I think it's just Warlock for now. Hope the next 5 get me out of this.
We'll go ahead and use Legend Magician. Sure, we'll send Ectasis Caliglion. No, I don't want that Legend normal monster. I don't know why you keep trying to give me it. Next up, we will tribute 2 and summon out Ectasis Caliglion. Then we're going to summon out our Clawleon, who, as long as you have a face-down defense monster, can give one of my guys piercing. So, do I want to use this is the next question. How many do we have left? A lot, actually. Right, we will activate Pot of Arrogance here. Then we will set battle phase. We'll run into your legend trap. Oh, no legend trap. We'll just take that.
Yep,
Nice.
just gave me.
Oh. Yeah, this is the power of the secret investigators. Is they have a lot of draw power. They have a lot of just like find more cards, find more cards, find more cards. It turns out if you have like 30 cards, you can do a lot of stuff.
Go second.
Okay. One apiece. Let's see who can take this. This is... it's not the hand I want to see. Right, we're going to go for it. We're going to summon out Miscast. Use the effect. Pay 3, mill 3. And what did we get? We got Mislead. Actually, do I actually want Mislead in this hand? I don't think I do, so we will not take that. We'll then summon out Mistake and use her effect to go digging. Again, not really what we're after, but we will take it. So here is Mystery. We will set this, and then I suppose normal summon our Mismatch. Tribute 2 for Mystery, and then normal summon out Clawleon. And that's what we've got. This is our turn 1 board.
Set.
Pale Rider. So Mismatch can bring cards back from the graveyard, but only if you have level 7s. And Clawleon is piercing, but again, only if you have face-down defense monsters. Okay, this is hand. These are cards. We'll summon out Mistake. Go ahead and use the effect. 3. Well, yes, I would very much like this Princess of Purity, you know. We'll go with those. Next up, we will Tribute 2 to summon out the Snake Princess of Purity. Now is the weird thing, because I would like to draw a card, but to draw a card, I have to play a card face up. Then I wouldn't be playing around Mirror Force, and I don't know what Legend Trap you have yet. I'm just going to set, activate, not get the draw, go to battle, we will attempt to swing in with Purity, then we will attack your defense monster with Mystery. Pass.
Hell Rider.
Yep, it's the boy.
Profit. Fusion.
You would tell me if you had a dark hole, right, Alex? I think I have to shotgun this just so that I don't get stuck in the infinite loop of Void Velger Apocalypse wipe my board. If you can just summon another one.
Void Corridor.
Okay.
Glitch Gob. To grab Pale Rider.
Oh, you just already have another one in hand. Okay.
Dark Prophet.
Mm-hmm.
For these. Get the fusion.
Okay. At the very least, we force you to stuff a load of cards back into your deck, and I'm not sure if you want to discard that last card in your hand for an extra 1,000 damage or not.
No, I'm gonna play it.
Okay. Cannot be destroyed. Spell. While the equipped monster is face up on your field, spell trap cards on your field cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. Okay. Yeah, this is fine. Oh, these are cards. Start off with Miscast. We'll use the effect. We will add a reptile monster from our graveyard back to our hand. And that reptile monster is going to be Mistake. We will then normal summon Legend Magician, activate its effect. Yeah, sure. We will send Caligulaon to grave here. Then, I think I want to summon you. We'll tribute 2 and summon out Snake Princess of Purity. Then we'll summon out Mistake. Use Mistake effect. 1, 2, 3. We'll add Mantis Leon. Then we will normal summon Mantis Leon, activate its effect. Then I will go ahead and use Purity here. We'll tribute 2 to summon out Ecdysis Caligulaon again.
Oh.
Set, battle, attack, and then attack. Oh, I was really worried that you had a legend trap. Why I didn't try and just go all in there.
No, they did just draw a legend spell.
Okay. We do have Scat Thief.
Okay.
Which more than anything is here to try and prevent us from taking damage for level 8 or lowers.
Yeah.
What are we getting rid of? Probably just you. Okay.
So I need to get out a 9.
A 9 that can do 4,200 damage, ideally. You do actually have one of those, to be fair. Gigantomachia. Not the easiest thing to summon.
I don't think I'm getting him out with 4 cards in hand.
Just, you know, 2 Monster Reborns and a Great Duel Charity of it. This has been such a tense game. Just all 3.
Void Corridor. Swap Logistos. Or Reptile Prophet.
Okay.
Dark Prophet grabs us fusion.
So what are we looking for?
Shuffle on the fusion.
Hail Rider or Globule?
It's Glob.
Okay. Oh, 2-0 attack monsters. What are they going to do? Oh, wait a minute. Boat. Right,
Big boat.
What's Boat doing now?
Oh, I can. If I have Dark Hole in my graveyard, I can special summon a level 8.
Obviously, you can't deal damage with the level 8 this turn, but Bryosaur, and then you add Prophet to hand. Then you had a Cryosaur in grave.
Yeah. Whipping with a Gwilym Bursty.
800 extra attack.
Summon out Hot Blights. Set. Wing.
How risky do we want to play this? You can burn me, so I'm going to use this here. Also, I could probably do with having some cards back in my deck, to be honest. Alright, 1, 2, 3. Just put 3 of these back in.
Wing.
Ah!
Now if you get a... Oh, yeah, now if you get a big one. Big guy out, I lose. Okay.
That is true.
I should have set the half lights.
It makes you feel any better. It didn't matter, because the big guy I have is really, really big. Schlap.
Oh!
GG. That was a fucking good best of 3. That was really good. Man, I felt like everything was going to fall apart like every turn. I think if you weren't forced to keep shuffling all of your cards back into your deck with Prophet, I think that was making your deck a little bit chunky. But obviously you couldn't do anything about that. You needed to use Prophet's effect, and getting out your fusion monsters was obviously really, really good. It's just unfortunate that it kind of stuffed your deck full of these cards, so you weren't like seeing your legends as much as you would like to and stuff.
Yeah.
But this, like I said, this was a bloody good best of 3. Dark Galaxy obviously showing that it can still fight with the big boys. Because I know recently there was a big tournament. I say big, I think it was like 8 people. But Dark Galaxy took that. It's obviously still looking like a very strong deck. The new support card it got in Dark Hole Device, again, very, very good. Obviously, we didn't see it this game 3, but we did see it previously. That game 1 as well, the combination of Apocalypse plus just keep wiping the board. I'm just sat there like, I can't do anything. He keeps killing all my stuff, and his guy's got 3,500 and is immune. And I'm just, like, it just feels like ass. But then, on the flip side, the Secret Investigators, this is an advantage engine machine, right? Secret Investigator Mistake basically reads add a card to your hand. Mismatch, again, is if your opponent has a level 7 or higher monster, send a level 3 reptile from your hand to the graveyard, but then you get any of your level 7 reptile monster from your graveyard back to your hand, or back to the field even, you get to special summon it. So you do lose a card, gain a card, but the card you gain could be Princess of Purity, which if you have 3 monsters, draws you a card. Like, the deck just does so much to, like, give you pluses. It just is like, here's another card, here's another card, here's another card. And because Ecdysis Caligulaon is a reptile, this ends up being like the muscle of the deck, right? But even without Ecdysis, the deck is still so good at just gaining cards and weakening your opponent's monsters that it can play this like very mid-range style strategy and just kind of beat people over. But I personally do prefer the Ecdysis Caligulaon build because I do like, big guy punch. I mean, who doesn't like big guy punch? But yeah, what's your thoughts on Dark Hole Device? Do you think it's like changed the way that you're thinking about the deck, or is it just like, oh, it's nice that it's here?
I don't know. It's nice having extra dark holes in the graveyard.
Yeah, I mean, there's
cards that do dark hole.
Yeah, it's a thing that people have been experimenting with is, does having a card that is now Dark Hole, does that mean you no longer need to play Dark Hole and you can now play other legends? Or do you now want to run 3 Dark Hole Device and a Dark Hole to maximize Dark Holeage? Right? They're kind of the 2 different avenues. Now, the deck that won a tournament was on Dark Hole. I believe it was on 1 Dark Hole, 2 Dark Hole Device.
That's what I'm on.
Yeah, so you're already on the tournament winning meta. So.
No, yeah, I can see that. I could have run an extra Dark Hole Device and swapped Dark Hole for like Polymerization or something to get
the turbo out.
Get Gantomachia out about it for quicker.
Which is a really cool boss monster. Yeah, it's always nice to see like these old cards like Ecdysis Caligulaon come back, because he's still from 7s. Like, we're in Go Rush, but I think we're probably coming towards the end of Go Rush, and Ecdysis Caligulaon is the end of 7, so he's ancient at this point. But it's nice to see he's still got a little bit of life left in him.
Yeah. And
if you bring a zombie deck, we might get to see Ecdysis Caligulaon's little brother, Shadow Ghoul, come out, which should be cool.
Ooh.
Don't know if you're planning to bring the zombies in the future weeks, but
Shadow Ghoul?
Yeah, Shadow Ghoul is like the level 5 zombie, which gets 100 attack for each card in the graveyard, or monster in the graveyard, or something. One of those 2.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah.
Maybe.
GG, buddy.
GG.